Hey everyone, this is Concho from Concho Sewing and welcome back to another edition of DIY Sewing. In this video tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this roll-up tool bag, tool pouch or whatever you want to call it. So the idea is that you need to put your tools in some bag which you can roll up and carry with you or on your bike or your cars and have everything organized. Okay, so first let's start with the obvious. We have a durable handle. On each side of the handle are D-rings. Perpendicular to that are plastic buckles which go around and secure the whole pouch, as you can see. Let's open that. It rolls up into a 66 by 35 centimeters fabric. In this case, this is a PVC fabric which is durable and waterproof. On the inside of the pouch we have a two sets of pockets, 9 pockets on each side. Those are divided in 3 sections by 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 6 and 1 pocket which is 8 centimeters. In the middle we have 17 elastic loops which are there to secure our tools so they don't rattle when we close the pouch and to better organize our pouch. On the top and bottom side we have a zipper pockets. These are quite small, but some important stuff like bolts and nuts or zip ties and something like that can be put there. Okay, so that's the general idea of the pouch. So you roll it up like that. Secure it in place with plastic buckles, which can be tightened, and that's our tool roll-up pouch. Alright, so let's start sewing. Okay, so now for this particular pouch, roll-up tool bag, you will need few things. First you will need a sheet of fabric 66 centimeters by 35 centimeters. We will need to work on this. I started drawing some markings, but I will guide you through what you will need to mark, so we will leave that for the next section. You will need 2 pieces of fabric that are 65 centimeters by 10 centimeters. The colors are optional and fabric is also optional, but durable fabric is preferred. Also you will need, these will be our zipper pockets. I chose this mesh fabric. It's like nylon mesh. Anyway, so you will need 2 sets of those. It's measured in 7 centimeters by 35 centimeters. Also you will need some zipper with zipper heads. We will need some plastic buckles, D-rings, lots of webbing. Okay, so let's start with marking the main fabric. Okay, so you will start marking the next sections as I tell you. 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and another 6 centimeters, and you're left with some 8.5 centimeters section. Okay, we will do that here as well. let's start with 4 centimeters, another 4 and another 4. Let's add another 5, another 5 and another 5. Next sections are 6, 6 and 6, and we are left with 8, 8.5. 8, it should be 8 centimeters. Alright, so next thing, we need to mark 10 centimeters, as you can see. So we are marking on this line here 10 centimeters, and we will need to mark on the other side 10 centimeters. Now let's connect that. Okay. Now we need to repeat the sequence. We have 3 4s, 3 5s and 3 6 centimeters. So 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6 and 6. Okay, now let's connect those. Okay, now you can see we have our sections. Now let's repeat that for the other side. Ten centimeters from the bottom here, 10 centimeters on the other side. Let's connect that. Section 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6 and another 6. Okay, now let's connect that. Okay. Now, in the middle, we want to mark every 3 centimeters. This will be in the middle, will be our elastic tape, which will be measured in 3 centimeter sections. So mark every 3 centimeters. Okay, now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18. You should have 18 of these sections. Okay, now let's do the obvious part, which are the pockets for the section we just marked. First thing, let's sew the top side of this fabric like this. You can do you can fold it 1 centimeter and just do a row of stitching. Okay, so this is how it looks. Alright, now for the next part. Okay, now both of those parts are finished. Now let's sew them onto the main fabric. Okay, so let's first roll this fabric like this, because it will be easier to maneuver it around the machine and to sew it. Okay, so set the pocket fabric onto the main fabric and try to leave some space here as well, so you don't end up with fabric being just in line here. So add a bit from the top, a bit to the left, something like that, maybe centimeter, half a centimeter, like that. For the next section, take the ruler, find the 4 centimeter mark here, and add 1 centimeter of fabric to that 4 centimeter mark. So find the 5 centimeter mark, measure 5 centimeters, and push the whole fabric to fold on that 4 centimeter mark. So we get that fold which we need as a pocket. And try to align the fabric as well, so you don't fold it on one side, so it doesn't go like this. Okay, now just keep repeating the process. Five centimeters. Hold that to 4 centimeter mark. Okay, now we have come to the 5 centimeter section. Now measure 6 centimeters, so we add 1 centimeter to the whole section and align it with the 5 centimeter mark. again 6 centimeters of fabric to the 5 centimeter mark. Centimeters, 5 centimeter section. Now we are at 6 centimeter section. We will add 7 centimeters to the 6 centimeter section. Seven centimeter fabric to the 6 centimeter mark. One more. Okay, now we have come to the last section. Add enough so you have half a centimeter sticking to the other side of this line here. So just a bit. Okay, now next thing we want to do is to sew this part here. So you will follow this line. You will follow this line here. And you will try to pinch the middle of the pouch like that and just fold it in the middle like that. Okay, now that we have cut everything, this is how it looks. Quite nice for the tools that will go inside. Okay, now that you have seen how it's done, I'll proceed to do the second part of that, and you can watch and do what I do. I won't do much talking, so I'll just skip to the sewing. Okay, so see you on the other side. turned out quite nice. We have mirrored our side here, so on both sides we have pockets. Now let's add that tape in the middle. Okay, now the elastic tape. I got 2 centimeters elastic tape. You can put 3, whatever you have at hand. This is what I have at hand. So any elastic tape will do. We want to align the elastic webbing in the middle. So we have our middle line and let's try to align it. Add maybe half a centimeter or centimeter here and sew it in place. And now we will repeat the process we did with the pockets. We will find the 3 centimeter mark and we will add 1 centimeter of webbing over it. So that's 4 centimeters of webbing going into the 3 centimeter mark. So we have this fold here of 1 centimeter. I hope that's clear. Keep repeating that. Okay, now that we have our elastic webbing, that looks more nice. So every equipment, every tool we place here will have elastic loop to go through and to hold it in place so it doesn't rattle when you close the pouch. Okay, now let's move on to the next piece, and that is our handle. We need to make our handle so we can carry it, and also handle will be connected to the plastic buckles, which will go around with webbing and hold everything in place. Okay, so let's find the middle point. We already marked on the other side. Let's find the angles here on both sides. And let's find this line here. We want to place our handles 10 centimeters from both left and right side. Let's fold this for a bit because it's definitely in the way. Okay, so 10 centimeters from both sides. So this is the place for our handles. We can mark the middle points here. It's 3.5 and 3.5. So our handle will go like that here. This is a 5 centimeter webbing. You can place 2 centimeter webbing, whatever you have at hand. It will be here and here. And we will add some space like that for the hand to go inside. That's 31 centimeters of webbing. Okay, now we got the measure for our handle. Now let's make our handle. So 5 centimeter webbing, 31 centimeter in length. You will need 2 of these D-rings, markings for the exact model are LD25E. You will need 2.5 centimeter webbing, and I will show you now what we will do with it. So take one piece of that D-ring, pull the webbing through like that, and sew it so it sticks some 2 centimeters from the 5 centimeter webbing, like that, and try to align the webbing in the middle. Now mark 5 centimeters from the end on both sides. Here. And now fold the webbing at that 5 centimeters mark, like that. Fold the rest of it on itself, like that, and sew it. now we got our handle. Now let's sew it over. So something like this. So add maybe half a centimeter or centimeter from the stitch here inside on this side here. Let's add a couple of stitching here at the end. Side. So half a centimeter, 2 centimeter inside of this line here, measuring from this stitch. Okay, now we need to add some plastic buckles here. Okay, now you need 2.5 centimeter webbing. Measure 60 centimeters of webbing. Okay, now we want to do something like this. So add 6 centimeters from the inner side here. So 6 centimeters from the inner side here. And we want to sew a X box shape here inside. So the buckle is going to the right side of the end of the fabric. So make it stick out some 2 centimeters. Leave 2 centimeters of the webbing to stick out. Okay, now let's sew the other buckle. Okay, after a long struggle to sew these, it looks like shit, I know that, but I finally managed, pushing my sewing machine to its limits to sew these few layers of fabric and webbing. So I managed to sew it. Okay, so next thing we want to do is to sew a logo. And let's first mark the middle points. Okay, now that that's done, let's sew the pockets that will be on the inside. This one is 6 centimeters and this one is 6 centimeters. Let's measure 2 centimeters from the top. take the zipper. If you don't know how to sew zippers, I have a video tutorial on zippers. Pretty easy. I'll post the link for the zipper in the description, so you can check that out. Also, make sure to subscribe, because 70 to 80% of you people who are watching are not subscribed. So please subscribe. It means a lot to the channel. It helps out a lot. So my channel can grow and I can keep making these videos for you. It serves kind of as an incentive for me. If I see that people are engaged in the video, in the comments. YouTube algorithm works like that it measures watch time of the viewers. That means if you're watching the video from beginning to the end, it will give the video watch time, and that is what counts, and not just liking or commenting or skipping the video. So make sure you are watching the video. If you are bored, mute the video and play it in another tab. That could help a lot as well. Making these videos is kinda demanding on your mental health and your will when you're doing it for free. Of course, I would love to share my knowledge, which I'm doing right now, but it wouldn't hurt if I could make a living out of this. Okay, now the next one. Two centimeters from one side. Let's take the 7 centimeter pocket and let's sew the bottom part some ½ centimeter over itself. Okay, something like this. Now let's take the main part of the fabric and we need to sew now let's sew the pocket on. So let's follow this main line here to the stitch. Okay, now we have our pocket. Now for the other side. Okay, now let's sew the other pocket. Let's first start with this line here. Okay, so this is what we got. Another pocket. Now let's put some pull tabs. Okay, pull tabs done. Now let's trim the edges, and we need to bind them as well. Okay, now time to bind it. I will bind by hand because I don't have the add-on. It's just a matter of practice. Okay, one more thing. Let's make these for the loops. Let's make these elastic loops. Now, okay, so fold the bag like this. Webbing goes from one side of the buckle to the other. First loop underneath, second loop over. And now we want to fold 2 times like that and sew it in the middle. Let's repeat that. Take the webbing from one side, goes underneath in the first loop, over into second, fold it 2 times and sew it. And that's about it. Now let's see how it turned out. This is the main side, outer side. If you want to avoid the thread on the other side, you have two options: either sew another fabric over it or use the same thread color as the fabric. But I like this black on yellow. Okay, so we have our handle here with two D-rings, sturdy handle, buckles. On the other side we have two pockets on each side. We have in the middle the loops, elastic loops, and we have lots of pockets here for our tools to organize. Okay, so let's roll this up. Nice and neat. Alright, so that's about it. Alright everyone, so that's it for this video tutorial. As you can see, the pouch is easy to make, and it's a good practice opportunity to sharpen your sewing skills. Alright, so I would ask you to subscribe to my channel. As I said in the video, 70 to 80% of you who are watching are not subscribed. Please subscribe, that means a lot to me. It helps the channel grow. The YouTube algorithm works in that way that I need watch time from you guys, I need subscribers, likes and shares, comments, stuff like that to keep the channel alive and to help me, give me incentive to work and to make these videos for you. I like to share my knowledge, but I need some incentive to keep doing it. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can support me on Patreon and PayPal. That would mean a lot to me and it would help me keep making these videos for you. Alright, see you in the next video.